Okay, everyone, I want to throw a quick technique at you, and that is how to round a number in Small Basic. This program is actually in your collection of optional programs for this week. I'm not going to pick apart the program itself, but I do want to focus on this number here in the result. So if I plug in these numbers for the future value of an investment, and the result is this, I don't like that long decimal portion there. I want to round it to 2 decimal places so it looks like proper money. So we should end up with 12 cents instead of this long decimal number here. So let me show you how to do that. You can accomplish that in 3 steps basically. And here's the code. And this code will be available to you, but okay, step 1, you're going to take the value that you want to round, and the value that I want to round in this program is in the future val variable. That's the future value of the money that I'm going to invest. So you're going to multiply that by 100 in this case to move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Okay, so, and I'm 2 places to the right because I'm rounding to 2 decimal places. So if I asked you to round to 3 decimal places, you would be multiplying by 1,000 here. If I asked you to round to 1 decimal place, you would be multiplying by 10 here. So we're moving to we're moving the decimal point 2 places to the right, so I'm multiplying that by 100. You know what? This is the value that we're rounding. I think it was something like this. So this number times 100 is going to become this number. Okay, there's a longer decimal part here, but this is, we don't need a whole lot, all those decimal digits to prove a point here. So anyway, so that was step 1, and we end up with this number. Okay, step 2, you're going to use the Small Basic round method to round the decimal, to round the, no, actually not round the decimal, round the number up to the nearest integer. And so the round method, there are actually 3 rounding methods in Small Basic. There's round, which will round properly. Okay, there's also a, I'm just going to talk about these here. There's the ceiling method, which will always round up, always rounds up, and then there's a floor method, and you see these in other languages too. This is not just a Small Basic thing. It always rounds down, okay? But in this case, we want the round method, which rounds properly, as I say, meaning it rounds the way we round in our heads. So this number here, for example, and all of these 3 round to the nearest integer, okay? So if I were to round this number to the nearest integer, the way I do this in my head is I look, I say, oh, well, that's a 9, so this is going up. So I go up to 12 there, and then the rest of the number is truncated. Okay, so this is the number we have after step 2, okay, with the decimal point there. Okay, step 3, it's like a reverse of step 1. We have to divide by 100 to move the decimal point back. So at that point, we move the decimal point 2 places to the left. And here is my nice rounded number, rounded to 2 decimal places to look like money. So again, that's a 3-step process. If you just, use this as a model, step 1, move the decimal point. Step 2, do your round. And then step 3, move the decimal point back. And that'll get you a nice proper number. And this is a foolproof, airtight method, I would call it, that would work in other languages as well. So there you have it.